Hello guys, my name is Martijn, but most will know me as Total Warzone. Welcome to another online battle, and this time we're using the Legionary spam. My main line of infantry consists of 10 Veteran Legionaries. This is a very powerful sword infantry unit, not elite, but still pretty good. My cav force is composed of 4 Socii Equites, and those guys are a medium to average melee cavalry. Some decent stats, they will hold out, but not that many killing power, to be honest. And my general is a Legatus. Just of course the general and bodyguard, not very usable. Sometimes it can be quite handy in rear charges and stuff like that. So I have 4 Socii Equites, 10 Veteran Legionaries and a Legatus. Then my opponent brought a pretty similar army, and this is just an online battle, so it was really funny to see that. He's using a cav force of 5 Aspis companion cavalry, and those guys are really powerful. This is one of the best melee cav units in the game, so he has a huge cav advantage. His infantry is composed of 5 Thorax Swordsmen, which is a medium to average sword, well, medium to average, pretty good sword infantry unit. They're quite similar to my Veteran Legionaries, but they will get beaten by them. Veteran Legionaries are a bit better. His general is a Royal Peltast, and this is in my opinion one of the best sword infantry units in the game, probably in the top 5. They have good javelin ammo, good javelin range, and very high melee stats. So really good on that guy. So basically I have 10 better infantry units. He has 6 infantry units, but he has a huge cav advantage. So let's get this to play. And what I want to do here is get into contact as fast as possible. When you're using a Legionary spam, you need to get engaged as fast as possible. My cav is just here to distract his cav from my infantry from now. I will make a huge mistake. He will charge me right here. I will just let them stand. He will just come in with some clean charges, and I bring back my other cav to this side as well to hold them up. Now that the enemy cav is held up, you want to use some infantry units to hold them there even longer and to get some killing power in there. By doing this, while your main infantry body gets a chance to just fight it out without too many back charges. So right now I'm fighting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Veteran Legionaries versus 5 infantry units of his, and some of his gets intercepted while they're heading towards the cav fight. So yeah, really good for me. Right here I want to flank around, doing a move like this. Unfortunately he intercepts me with a Royal Peltast, so I'm forced to just engage this one from all sides. He will retreat to here, but I will just attack him from 2 sides. My general is using the Caesar abilities. I really like the Caesar abilities. Both of them are pretty good for morale and ability use. I think ability use isn't that handy, but the morale one makes your units unbreakable for amount of time. I think I used it too early right here, but it's pretty good. If you're losing a fight, your units will fight to the last man. So as expected, this guy cav fight is heavily turning against him. One tip I can give you, that you can see right here, my Veteran Legionaries are on loose formation or not on formation attack, and that's because they are just surrounded at first. If you put them on formation attack, they will keep moving around because they need to focus on one target, and because it's a cav fight, units will just push through the enemy ranks further, and yeah, it really improves the killing power. So he got some cav free and he gets some rare charges. The good thing is that I get a Socii Equite free, and I'm going to do the same right here. I need to get these guys occupied, so I will just engage, even though I will just get destroyed in this charge. As you can see, only 14 Equites remaining, or Socii Equites. So my infantry is just massively winning the fight right here. As you can see, all my Veteran Legionaries are pushing, well, are winning their engagements, are pushing through. In this cav fight, still into his favor, of course, but my Legionaries are getting some good kills, but they are definitely not cost effective because there's also a Thorax Swordsman unit reinforcing here with already 64 kills. But it still worked out because his cav is just occupied, and now I've won the infantry fight. And yeah, that just gives me the chance to to use all my infantry against his cavalry. So I'm going to make some key mistakes, because by this point I already think like, yeah, there's nothing that can go wrong here basically. All his infantry is pretty much gone. He has this unit and this unit remaining. So I'm just yeah, charging my units in eventually, you will see that very soon, into his units. In the meantime, I will give you some tips on how to use a legionary spam army. First of all, the first step is you want to get engaged as fast as possible. It works against pretty well a variety of armies, but not against pike armies most of the time. Unless he just cuts a couple of them, of course. As you can see here, I'm just going full force at one unit. Not that smart, I should have flanked around. But at this point I was already like, this is a win. Oh yeah, and he's running away right here. I don't want it to happen, so I use my Legatus to stop them, and it works. So my legionary coach can come in. But what I was saying, you want to get engaged as fast as possible. The other thing is you want to keep the enemy missiles and enemy cavalry distracted with your cav. Your cav is not here to get kills, they're just here to distract the enemy. And you need to protect your lines as good as possible and just get a huge victory in the infantry fight. After that you're pretty much yeah, pretty good for late game, because I think infantry is really good in late game if you have a lot of them. So yeah, this is of course a weird army on his part as well, but I also use this army against pretty regular armies with skirmishers and a more balanced army, and it can also work if you play it right. It's a little bit harder, but it can work because Roman infantry is really cost effective. They are pretty cheap for what they bring, so yeah, they can be pretty usable. So this is mostly recommended with the Romans. It also works with some other factions, of course, like, well, Thorax Swordsmen can work as well, or certain barbarian factions. But the Romans are just balanced and steady, and and very cost effective, as I said. And I like Romans the most. My advised units to use is or the Veteran Legionaries, or just regular Legionaries, or the Evocati cohort, but I think you can bring enough of them. Or Principes, I really like Principes as well. At this time I decided to bring Veteran Legionaries. This army is quite similar as to what the Prussian Prince used against me when I played him once in the tournament. And yeah, it works out pretty good. So as you can see, I'm just randomly playing the game right here. I will lose a lot of Legionaries here in this late game engagement. You will see that if I fast forward. He will lose some units, but he will just get clean charges. So I get some routes all over the place. So it was not that... It was pretty close eventually. I should have played it way better. But you get what I mean. This can really work out. The last cav unit comes in right here and I destroy it. And I still have quite a good amount of cohorts remaining. So let's take a quick look at the stats. As you can see, my cav was just a waste, but at the same time not a waste, because he really hold up the enemy units. My legionaries didn't get that many kills, but that's also because he didn't have that many infantry at this time. Most of the time they will have a bit more and you will get the chance to get some more kills, but they definitely bet those Thorax Swordsmen. His cav was doing really well, especially in the late game engagement where I was just losing attention. I was playing against TWR SMURFSERKER. Thanks for playing, I really enjoyed this battle. He even got more kills, but I got more deployed units as well, so not even that great, but it's a quite funny army to use. I really advise you trying it out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little battle, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.